Okay, guys. New day, new project. Actually, not my project, but you know, everybody knows Jordan. So, what we're gonna do is we're stripping these right now. I have one rim in here already. I'm going to strip them, and then I'm gonna end up sandblasting some of the areas, like right in here where it started oxidizing, so we can get a good adhesion with the powder coat. We're going to go a new color for him. We're doing white. It's like I don't know. He broke the color. It's like a white silverish color. It looks pretty good. And then he's got a clear coat with a lot of sparkle in it. So I think that's gonna it's gonna pop in the sun. Without the sun, it's gonna look, almost stockish. A nice silver with basically a really light silver. So the plan for this is we're going to fill in these holes with some Bondo. I'm going to strip everything, fill in these holes, and then I'm going to repair any curb rash that are done on these. There's a couple of them, like right here. You can see that it actually ate into the metal. We're going to basically, fix all that. We'll Bondo it, we'll sand it down, make sure it all looks nice and neat. Same thing with these. We're gonna, after it gets stripped and we're able to get down in there, we're gonna Bondo that up, make sure everything's clean, sand it down, and we're gonna go from there. So this takes, the wheel will be in the soak tank for about, I don't know, a couple hours, because it's a OEM wheel, so there's a lot of powder coat on it. I tested with the stripper I got, and you can see that it's actually taken some of the powder coat off already, which is great. It's perfect. So I'm gonna let that one sit in there for about an hour or so. We got the temps at 90. We're going to about 100. I'll probably turn it down to about 120, so it doesn't get too hot, so that this stuff right here will do the job. The reason I got this stuff is I tried it out a couple little projects. It's done a really good job. It's just strip paint 9900. It's pretty easy. You just put, like, for this 1 gallon, you would put 1 gallon of water with it and then heat it to, they say 180, but I've been pretty good about getting everything done about 120, so I don't need to go that high. And then since it works so good on a couple of things I got, I went ahead and got the 5-gallon bucket version. So it's really good. It's water soluble, so basically it doesn't have like the acid on it, so you can have it on your skin. It doesn't really hurt your skin, but it's one of those, like, if you're gonna get it on your skin, like, you can do what you need to do real quick, but I advise just washing it off, clean it off. But I do have gloves, and we'll be using gloves to take the rim out, flip it, do all that good stuff. And I'll be recording this as we go, because this will be the second set of rims I've done, but this will be the first, like, for someone, because I did mine. This was for somebody else. Try to do it as professional looking as possible, because, well, you'll see. This is definitely going to Jordan, so you'll see it on his channel for sure. Oven check, wheels check, yeah, stripper check. Okay, we just do that, and we'll go from there. I'll get you guys back when it's time to rotate the tire, or rotate the rim out. Okay, guys, we're gonna pull it out in about 20 or so minutes. I want to go ahead and pull the rim out so you can see what it looks like after it's been in there for about 20 minutes, so at about 90 degrees. So this is what we're looking at. Okay, you can see some of the clear coat coming off on the inside, and then we are almost there. Gonna let it keep going. Get all of this. See how this coming off? Brand new. God. This is gonna be amazing. So it looks like the wheel is actually not in bad shape at all. Looks like all this is gonna come off. It's gonna look good. So that was about 20 minutes, about 90 degrees. Put it back in here. Put the heater back in the middle of there, and then we'll get back at it because it shouldn't take probably another 30 minutes, and then that will be completely cleaned. What they say to do after it's cleaned up, or after you take it out, is to bring it out and pressure wash it. So I do have a pressure washer. I might end up doing that. Depends on how much stuff actually comes off. If most of it comes off, then we'll send it out there pressure wash. If not, I'm gonna have to leave it in there for a little bit longer. My idea is get everything off of it. Then we're gonna fill the holes and patch up the actual wheel, curb brush, and then we're coating and we're done. So anyway, we're looking good. It's still, you can see we're still heating up. The water's bubbling up. So it's about it's at 102. So she's warm. So we're gonna put the lid back on, let it keep going. That will be one wheel when we're done. Unfortunately, we have to wait like 20 or 30 minutes, something like that. Then I have to flip it because I don't have enough to cover the whole wheel right now. After I do a couple wheels, I'll probably get another 5-gallon bucket. That should bring it up to probably about right here, maybe a little bit higher. And then we can do one whole wheel, no issues, like a 17 by 10 if we wanted to, or 18 by 10, or 20 by 10. 10 will be about the width we can do, maybe 11 or 12. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Anyway, stick with me. I'll be right back with us flipping it. Okay guys, I got a little hungry, so I had to take a break, grab some meat. So I took the first wheel out. We'll look at that in a second. The second wheel's in. We got a little hot. We got around 140 degrees. That's all been resolved. Forgot to turn the temperature down. So we're at 110 now. Looks like we're doing good. I literally just put this one in there, and it looks like a lot of this stuff is gonna just, looks like we're gonna come off pretty easy. Whew, you guys got a little smoky. It's gonna come off pretty easy. Again, this takes about 20-25 minutes or so, and then we call it from there. We take it off, take it out. I'll show you this one in a second. Let me get the glove ready. Okay. So this is rough. We have a nice little rough finish. So it's going to adhere the powder coat pretty well. It looks like this. I guess the stock ones, that's how they do it. All this stuff comes off. You guys see? Those oranges. She's brand new underneath there. So this will come off with a pressure washer. That's what I'm going to do now, is just go outside, bring this out in front of the house with a pressure washer and just pressure wash it. Since water neutralizes all this, we won't have an issue. This is all just going to come off like, basically like butter. And we'll do that, and we'll get the insides all cleaned up. Looks like most of that stuff came off anyway. And verify everything is good. And then we'll be ready to coat this. I'm going to say tomorrow is when I'll start working on all this. I want to really strip as much as I can tonight. So I'm going to get this one done. This one done. I'll at least get 2. I might get the 3rd one done. It depends on where we're at after I get done pressure washing this, because it's going to take me probably 5 or 10 minutes to pressure wash. And we'll see how much has actually came off inside the wheel. If a decent amount has come off, then we might just keep rotating until I get all of it done. Still need to fill in the stuff over here, curb rash. We'll fill in the curb rash, I'll sand it down. I'll show you everybody this tomorrow. Today is just really just like, I want to get this to work right. I want to get this all cleaned up because I know Jordan's like, you know, real antsy to get it done because it's been sitting for a while. I have the coat or the oven now, so I can get this done. So the plan is to go ahead and finish up. So I'll give you guys will see it after I pressure wash this, and probably going to be pulling the other one out so you guys understand what's going on. Right, see you in a sec. Hey guys, next morning I rearranged the shop a little bit, or the back patio, cleaned off the bench, got rid of a bunch of the junk here that was for an engine rebuild that I was working on. That's been long gone. So now we're working on the rims again. I picked one that did not have any, or at least this one doesn't look like it has any curb rash, so that's good. We'll start with that. It does, all of these have some corrosion right around this area, so I'm gonna take some sandpaper, and then we're gonna just clean that up, and then I'm gonna go through and make sure everything else is good. We'll end up mixing some stuff a little bit later, but basically I'm just going through here making sure we don't have any corrosion, kind of a little bit into the metal, not terribly, because I still needed to be kind of rough to apply the powder coat, but I do need it cleaned up because we don't need corrosion underneath the powder coat. It will actually flake up the powder coat. We gotta make sure it's all nice and clean. We need a really clean surface to work with. So I'll go ahead and finish this up, and I'll get with you guys when we're ready to move on to the next section. Okay, we have still a little bit left here. So I grabbed the airbrush set. I'm gonna go ahead and get the what is it? Let's see. Here. So you guys can see I have a mini sandblaster. So this this one right here. So yeah, this is a mini sandblaster used like basically in models, so you can etch glass and so on and so forth. I got this so that we can, or I can do like the tops of pistons, because the pistons are such a small area. You can be very delicate with it and just get just enough like abrasion on it so that everything is good. Grab this one, it's adjustable. This one, hoses, and that's all I need. Actually, sorry, air eraser compound. So basically really fine dust or sand. Cool. So we'll go ahead and get this all set up, get this going, go ahead and air it up. It's such a quiet machine. And then we'll get this all set up and we'll start sandblasting. So see you in a second. Ooh, a little dusty. Okay, so I actually sandblasted all this with the metal air eraser compound. As you can see, it says it's aluminum oxide, so stuff is actually pretty good. I use it in the big sandblaster over there. It's just these wheels won't fit, so I'm looking into get a bigger sandblaster. So everything looks good here. We're gonna go ahead and mix up some stuff, try to clean these things, like blow these out with the air compressor, and then we'll fill these up, sand them down, and try to do the first coat. Maybe we'll let's see, double check over the wheel. I just want to make sure this is perfect before moving forward. And I'll catch you guys when it's ready to mix the compound. It's in the same episode. It's been about 2 weeks since I recorded the last little segment. And I keep trying to, okay, I'm filling this in with this stuff right here. Metal reinforced filler. So it's been like 2 weeks since the last little section. I've been trying to get this done and trying to get this done. It's just been running issues here and there. You can kind of see it on these. See the raised section of where this filler is. This is the filler I'm using. From everything I researched online, they say this is the stuff you actually use, but apparently no, it's not the stuff we're supposed to use, because and this one's a lot better because this all came out somewhat smooth, but it's got little air pockets in there, and that's not going to let the powder set. So what I'm doing now, it kind of sucks, but we are going to get rid of all that. I got some dip to put it in. We're going to get rid of all of that. We're going to use some jbweld. That's my next thing to try. I don't even know if it's going to work right, but I'm going to test it out. It seems like there's like, I've used a lot of the Bondo. I'm trying to mix it as thin as I can and put it in the hole. But it seems like there's air underneath it, which in turn expands and pushes this little piece up. So right now, this is basically an update because I want to get you guys a video. I know it's not a whole lot, but at least show you where I'm at. I don't mind admitting I have some issues with some of this stuff because I'm still kind of new at the wheel side. But it looks like I said, you can kind of see the honeycomb effect. I don't know if you really can see it, but it's like it's got air pockets in it, and the powder is not going to actually set level on that because once it gets heated up, the air escapes through that and pushes it all out, and that's what we're seeing. Like even right here, as you can see where the air kind of pushed this section out. So I have to go through all of this, clean all this up, gotta strip it all down again, redo it with jbweld, and then we're gonna pray, I guess, that it's gonna work right. I have a wheel in the dip right now. Whew. Trying to come apart, so we're trying to get all that off. What I'm doing with it is it's got a lot of this. I tried to fill in the holes with powder because this is actually primer. Let's see that over here. So this outgas builder primer. So basically it's supposed to help with any imperfections. The good news about this is it's taking where all of this white and all the other like just silver colors on the wheels take about 20 to 30 minutes to completely go away in the tank. This primer this primer is pretty stubborn. It takes roughly, I don't know, that thing's been in there. I put it in there yesterday. I heated the tank up to 100 degrees for like an hour or two. It set over the week or over the covenant last night, set this morning. This afternoon I started working on it again. We're still heating it up to 100 degrees. Oop. We're still heating it up to 100 degrees. And then it helps break up the powder, and the powder just falls off. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get this video out, and then the next video, which will be the part 2, I will at least let you guys know how the jbweld is gonna work, because I have a lot of it right here. So this should work. since it's steel reinforced, it should the powder will stick. Plus the new gun, you guys kind of seen it, but I'll explain a little bit more. It's got some pretty cool stuff. Anyway, that's it for this time. We'll get this done, and then we'll get this next video out to you.